Peace, family. I feel the need to share this with everyone. I never record any kind of spiritual work that I do. But as soon as I got home, I just heard this calling of there's something that I need to do that signifies igniting or amplifying Jupiter's energy with blocking Saturn and Capricorn / Baphomet energy, which is what will be taking place. You're fine. Which is what will be taking place on 12/12/20. I'm sorry, not 12/12. Today is 12/12. So I think it's interesting that I'm feeling led to do this today because I didn't wake up today thinking about the date. I didn't even realize it was 12/12 till like later in the day. Me and calendars aren't the best of friends. But the synchronicity taking place on 12/21/2020 is more than a lineup. Is the information that I received from a download recently. It's more than just a planetary lineup. It's an actual blocking of the forces that this system thrives on in regards to maintaining a state of fear and control on the masses. So I grabbed all the things that I felt I was supposed to. I have some picture jasper here, one of my yoni eggs. And picture jasper always reminds me of the planet Jupiter. So I grabbed that. And then I grabbed all my solenites. And then after grabbing them, I remembered advice a friend gave me. He's an astronomer. He's an astrologist. My personal astrologist, and he's taught classes at my store to tone down the harshness of planet Saturn. You wear selenite. At least that's what he told me to do. So I thought about that after I had grabbed all of them. So I'm gonna light my candles. I lined up 7, and the 7. That's just what I felt to do. I'm not a big believer in following a lot of rules. I feel that you're supposed to flow with the moment and do what feels right and let spirit lead. That's how I operate. So 7 of those. Grab the blue candle. I bought a few of these. It's just a scented candle. Nothing from a botanic or anything. But the blue. After I grabbed the blue, I asked why blue. And blue represents ice. And Saturn is considered a very icy place. Gases, but cold. And even, and if the astronomers are incorrect about that, the energy is certainly very cold that comes off of Saturn and Capricorn. They serve their purposes, though. They serve their purposes. But right now, it's definitely out of balance within our society. And we want to allow things to shift. What was that? Let me stand on the other side. Some intense energy going on right now. You guys start arguing all of a sudden. Just as I am doing whatever Spirit's having me do, connected to Jupiter blocking that extreme. It's just been too extreme now. The last few centuries. That whole Baphomet energy has to go. I'm talking to you and to everyone at the same time, but it's interesting that this tension is starting as if it was to distract or interrupt something. Whatever had you upset, do you think it was worth your energy? Do you want to hold the sage? Palo Santos. Palo Santos has always been used for bringing your angels closer and signifying holy beings being closer to your space. Light my tobacco for my ancestors. Just crushed tobacco leaves. That's it. I haven't shuffled or anything, so I'm going to do that right now. I checked the positions of the planets before starting. Jupiter and Saturn are down that way right now. So first I wanted to look and see what was right up above my head while I'm getting these messages. And it is the constellation or the area of the sky to which the only place of the sky, the night sky, the stars, or whatever you want to call it, to where I personally have astral traveled. Not willingly yet, but I had an experience with no substances, no assistance. It just happened, and I was heading to the center of the Perseus constellation. With a full knowing that there was somewhere I was about to land, and then someone interrupted and everything. I just fell right back into my body. So that's who's over me right now is the constellation Perseus. I mean, centered directly over my head. And if you look at the constellation for Perseus, it's a man holding a sword, and the head of Medusa is chopped off in his hand. So, I don't know what that means, but I shall soon find out. I also have in my dear crystals, I felt like it was singing to me when I was picking up the selenite pieces out of a basket of a lot of crystals that I have. One of my crystals was rolling and tapping on something that was making a bell sound, and I realized it was a labradorite. You okay? You alright? fine. If you drop the sage, it was supposed to fall. Just don't drop it on yourself, please. Don't hold it over your head. I don't want any burning pieces to fall on your head, okay? Okay. But I love all the happy energy that you're bringing. See how we transform that upset energy between you and your brother to happiness. We're all feeling happy now. He has time to calm down to himself. And you're dancing with Sage. What could be better? I don't claim to be a professional at tarot or oracle. You know, I don't do readings as a service. I do it for myself. Every now and then, Spirit has led me to help reveal some things to other people, but you know, the signs are blatant if that ever happens. So as you can see, I'm not the best shuffler, but it is what it is, and you know, I do have very short fingers. These decks are huge. Yeah, so amateur. I know. I wish I knew the number.
Why is it falling apart?
Well, if you swing it like crazy, you know, leaves are gonna come off. That's, you know, just try to keep it. There you go.
Mommy, this looks so cool. When I raise it above
this.
When I raise it above the thing.
Okay, so this deck, my tarot deck is the Enchanted Tarot deck. This is my Orisha and Lawaz Oracle deck from an artist that a very special person showed me online. It's Facebook. I don't know how, you know, these aren't super widespread, but they're available, and I'll have to find out from her, you know, if anybody wants to know more about these are special. I like to blow my cards with the tobacco. It's just what I do. It's not a rule anywhere. I'm loving my gift today from a beautiful friend of mine. I have to tag her in the comments or whatever, in the description. This one from her. It's actually a waist bead, and I twisted it around my arm. I have no idea where the camera is and what it's pointing at, so this video is very rough. It's very in the moment, and I'm not editing anything out. Take it or leave it. Yes. Who fell out? Someone fell out. Travel.
Darn it, this looks so cool. It does something when I do it.
Illumination. So you can't see. First, the card that fell out is Pombagira Sigana. I do not remember her story, so I suggest to Google it.
Excuse me.
But this oracle card is signifying travel, and my reading is about the traveling of the planets and what they're doing and what I can do to help
Sorry.
humanity. That's okay. I guess that's supposed to be out. So
Did that, and then I was like,
it's okay. And then the card that I pulled is Angayu Sola. This is the father of Shango. Illumination is what this card means. Bringing things to light, which is what 2020 has been all about. Despite who wants to act like they still have, I don't know what a poor eyesight number is. Thankfully, I have 2020. But this is a year where we're supposed to be operating off of 2020 vision. That's why so many things have happened for us to see. You know, things that we didn't know or didn't want to believe about this government of ours, and you know, all kind of things. So this right here is a good start. Ten of Hearts. So as usual, I usually have to look at the meanings because, like I said, I am not a pro. Ten of Hearts. And I'm just going to read this. So Ten of Hearts. Success. Here is a joyous celebration with friends and associates. Old and young gather together to mark the successful outcome. They are there to celebrate what everyone knows will be a long and happy marriage. A canopy of golden flowers glows warmly overhead. Above it, a pale blue butterfly honors and blesses the emergence into reality of wishes long held for a heaven on earth. Bye-bye, Baphomet. This is an emotional time for the harvesting of permanent and lasting success. Jupiter is the planet of success. Enduring love, wholeness, and security. For the young, this is a harbinger of life to be lived in the company of good friends and a loving mate. For those already coupled, this is the sign that the best is yet to come. All feel that this event offers the crowning glory of a life to be well spent giving and receiving love. The awakening of this card signifies the following. Under the bower of the Ten of Hearts, you have found your spiritual family. You have attained a goal that will bring you lasting success and domestic happiness. Your reputation is enhanced, as is your relations with friends, relatives, and business associates. The respect and honor of your peers has been attained through your actions. The enchantment. Have a party. Share cakes, pies, and wine. Laugh, dance, and sing. Jupiter is all about happiness. The energy of Jupiter is all about happiness. At one point, have everyone gather in a circle and link hands. Take a moment of silence to be thankful for all your shared happiness and success. See the joy you are all feeling as a pulsating violet light enveloping your group. Now ask that all in the circle visualize this beautiful violet ball of light rising up and up until it reaches the sky. Then with a shout for joy, see the light being broadcast. The light being broadcast out to the world for all to share. For all to share. And here I am sharing this with everyone when I never share any of my things that I do. No, nothing. I don't post pictures of my altars. I don't do any of that stuff. And I felt like doing this tonight. Oh, I can't say I felt like it. I felt like I was told to. So I'm following instructions. And after broadcasting that energy, embrace one and all. So the quick read message is, you need to be more aware of how successful and respected you are. You will never gain more than you have now until you empower yourself by appreciating what you have done. Success is how you define it. The outcome You will become aware of how successful and respected you are. You may attain a goal that brings lasting happiness, or you may win an award. Jupiter is all about winning. Your reputation may be enhanced. A successful person may be involved. So, I think that's beautiful. I think that's so beautiful, so beautiful. And I'm so happy and honored that I was led to, or told to set this up and press record and then see what I pull. So to just do it on the spot. Something I want to share about the energy of Saturn, a personal experience that I had. My daughter's father is an astronomer, and it's thanks to him that I really dove into metaphysics, comedic sciences, and the stars and the positions of the planets and things like that. The Orishas. That's all thanks to him. When we met, he showed he's a deep space astrophotographer, so he has this big fancy equipment and cameras mounted on top of high powered telescopes and stuff like that. And he takes photographs of other galaxies and nebulas and stars and planets and things like that, and videos. And he showed me the video. Now, at the time, I didn't know any of this, and he didn't teach me anything either in regards to this. He was someone who exposed me to it because he collects a lot of things, but didn't specifically teach me, wasn't able to teach me the depths of all of these things he collected. And, so anyway, so he just said, hey, look, check this out. Just drop it. Just drop it. You alright? Okay. It's off now? Okay. I thought it got to your thumb or something. Are you looking at the embers? The glowing part?
Golden.
Glowing. Don't hold it over your foot. If you're ready to sit it down, you can sit it down too.
Where?
On the counter.
It's really good.
Okay. Asante. I appreciate your help and your beautiful energy. So, it was just a simple, hey, check out these videos that I took of Jupiter. Of Saturn, and this video of Sirius and Sirius A. And when I looked at the video of Saturn, an immediate feeling of horror, like when you're watching a scary movie and that music comes up when someone's about to pop out, and you know something's about to happen, someone's going to get stabbed, or some ghost thing is going to pop out of somewhere and pop up on the screen all creepy. That feeling of, oh shit, something bad's about to happen. That feeling was so intense that in seconds I was like, okay, turn it off. That was with Saturn, and I couldn't understand why I felt that way. I know now. I know why now, because that was like, I don't know, 8 years ago. So with what I know now, I know why I felt like that, and I even tried to go back probably a year after that, or 6 months or so after that, and look at the video again, and it happened again. But with the star Sirius A, it was the feeling of it was a feeling of a party, like dancing and joy, and the Dogons say that we're connected to the Sirius star system. So that's interesting. That's something to think about. When I say we, I mean Black people. That's what the Dogon. That's the Dogon's legend. That's in their ancient documents and paintings and all of their, they're the only civilization to have such accurate figures of the size of the sun, the distance and the rotation and the diameter of the earth, like all of that stuff. So, and I didn't know any of this at the time. And that's the feeling I felt when I looked at Sirius. And I felt extreme fear. It was just fear, gross fear, in a very disturbing way when I attempted to watch the video of Saturn. Couldn't even get through it. So this lineup that's happening is not just a lineup of Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter is huge. Is way bigger than Saturn. Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the archer with the bow and arrow. And by Ifa, the archer with the bow and arrow is Ochosi, and Ochosi is the carrier of justice and taking out the wicked. And it's interesting that both planets are leaving that sign, Sagittarius, with the bow and arrow, and heading to Capricorn. I took a screenshot when I was looking at their positions, and they're heading right here to the face of Capricorn, which is Saturn's planet. Which is Saturn's constellation. They're heading there, and Jupiter is moving faster than Saturn right now. And Jupiter is huge, and Jupiter is between Earth and Saturn. And that to me shows blocking, almost like an eclipse. Once they reach Capricorn, we won't be able to see Saturn while it's in that constellation of the constellation that is associated with harshness. Capricorn has other, associations, like success in business and things like that. But tender loving care and happiness and joy are not what Capricorn is usually associated with. And I'm sorry to my Capricorn people out there who don't fit the criteria, because we have many other aspects to how we operate and how we treat people. It's not just our sign. It's not just, because that's our calendar sign. And then we have the position of the sun, and then we have where our moon was, and then we have where all the other planets were, So, but just calendar speaking, Gregorian calendar speaking, I apologize to all you Capricorns out there who actually are nice. But this is a very beautiful thing. And in this extreme, these vivid times of truth being in our face, and so many people still refusing to see it, has gotten to me a few times. It's kind of sad. It's depressing when people just don't want to know, or it's shown and they still in denial about what's really happening, regarding the people who are in charge. So when the people who are in charge are very big fans of that goat with horns, which is the Capricorn sign, and also the energy of Saturn, and we know who Saturn is named after. So I'm very, very happy to be able to share this with you all, and I'm looking forward to seeing things evolve for the higher good of everyone, and for more and more people to awaken and discover who they are and what we possess and what we're capable of. So I'm going to go ahead and end it on that note. Again, I apologize. I positioned the camera and pressed record and said whatever is captured is captured. I hope you're able to hear me properly. And, you know, it is what it is. Thank you all for being here. Peace.